was not expecting to make this video, but I guess it is gonna happen. Alright, so, we have Kevin Harvick, Chase Elliott, and today we're gonna talk about their rivalry because it nearly got really bad. Same with Kyle Larson's pullout. I doubt many people are going to want to talk about this, but I am going to bring it up. Larson nearly got eliminated, and for a while there I was thinking, I don't know if I want for the just sheer fact of chaos, I wanted to get eliminated and have William Byron win, or if I want to have a deserving driver move on for a little bit there. But yeah, he did get the win, so either way, it wouldn't have mattered. This is going to be a little bit of a Charlotte Roval race review, tiny bit of a Bristol race review. But before we get too far into this, I just want to say real quick that the race reviews are done for the season. I'm done doing that. I might do the championship race. But other than that, I'm done with the race reviews for the rest of the season. So next season I'm going to be doing NASCAR, but we are adding Formula 1, potentially the year after that IndyCar, but we'll see. But yeah, so, is it right? I can just get this to, I can't really see, like, a little closer up. Alright, there we go. I think I can just put it right. Alright, I'm doing this quickly, okay? I just quickly gathered the cars for my just collection here. I got more, by the way. I got more. Yeah, I just kind of quickly started this. This is unscripted too, so I'm just going off of what I remember. But I will play clips with editing. But man, my throat's been acting weird for like the past 3 weeks now. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, so the race started normally. We had the competition caution. We had a few spins. Nothing much. They eventually got on and went on with the rest of the stage. Chase Elliott, in the 9, he actually won stage 1. So that was good for him. He got points, much needed. And the 19 stage points he got, actually, they really helped him. Because if he didn't get those, he would be 8th in the points right now. He would have only been in by 11 points. So that really helped him today, getting those stage points. But, yeah, and eventually, Kevin Harvick, into stage 2, Kevin Harvick got to the back bumper of Chase Elliott. And I'll play the clip right now as I talk about it. But he got ran over. Chase Elliott got ran over. And because Kevin Harvick just straight up punted him into the wall. And I'm a Chase Elliott fan, so I'm not gonna lie, I might be a tiny bit biased here. I'm gonna try to keep it as even as I can, but I'm probably gonna be biased in this. He just got into him. You could clearly hear he never got out of the throttle. He just drove it into his left rear. And Elliott slapped the wall. He nearly... That probably, second there, I thought his playoffs were done. But, he did spin after it. I don't know what that was for. Now, if he was trying to get Kevin Harvick, or if he might have spun by himself, he might have been trying to get back at Harvick. But either way, that is what saved his playoffs. Because there would not have been a caution, unless there was debris, there would not have been a caution for that if he didn't spin and take Cole Custer with him. So that is what kept him in the playoffs. I don't know how many people are going to notice that, but that is what kept him in the playoffs. And that was huge. So get this back now. So Elliott was in the back, and I was watching with my dad. We were just waiting for a caution because we thought we thought he was done. We thought Elliott was done after Harvick punted him. We thought it was done, but he got a caution because of this part of the car in the back, the don't know what it's called, the back bumper, pretty much. This was dangling right here, so I'm gonna use this mini jack I have. So the front bumper is supposed to be like this. You know, it's kind of hard to see, but the thing's so small. It's kind of like this. But it was dangling off like this. It's connected to the car. I'm trying to make it so you can see it, but unfortunately it's really small. It's probably a better view. And it finally came off. Kind of blew off a little bit, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, that's what saved him. So he did get lucky twice, but after that he just drove his way through the field. Went from the very back all the way up to a 12th place finish. So that's impressive. But I think the biggest story was Harvick getting... He got his karma because he was looking in his mirror and, yeah, he drove it in the wall. But you might be wondering, why would Kevin Harvick just drive it into Chase Elliott? I mean, they're both in the playoffs. They're both fighting for potentially the final spot. But isn't that a little bit of a cheap move? Well, let's get a compilation of cheap moves in the playoffs.
3 and 4. He is going to win his way into the championship 4. Elliott wins at Martinsville. Can Harvick do it? The final turn. He needs the position.
Oh, Harvick spins the 18.
Turns into the 18. He turns as well. The 18 crosses the start-finish line, and Harvick is going to be out of the playoffs.
He comes up to block him. A big block onto the 22, and the 22 drives in, catches him in the left rear quarter panel, spins the 20 out. Matt Kenseth with a great save to stay off the wall, but the damage to the points and the ultimate win has been done. The 20 will have to come get tires. His chance to win today is over.
And Matt Kenseth had to.
Newman's beside the 42, and he's 42's in the wall.
On and decided to pull the trigger and slide him and squeeze him a little bit. So, and then he had me jacked up down the front stretch, and it was wild. But
Okay, I think you get the idea. So, Harvick tried to get another cheap move, and yeah, so that happened. But where did this start at? Well, none other than Bristol Motor Speedway, a track that I was at for the 2020 All-Star race, and I got to see Chase Elliott win. You know, I'm not gonna lie, I'm barely reaching. I'm trying to keep it on these guys. I was hoping this guy would win. He ran like 14th the entire time, so that was. He was nowhere close. This guy was nowhere close. So yeah, it was just Kevin Harvick and Chase Elliott. No, it wasn't even Harvick. It was Kyle Busch. What am I saying? So anyway, so what happened? Well, I'll play the clip, but Harvick pinched Elliott behind the lap car, which they're battling for the lead, 35 laps to go. They're going to get aggressive. They're fighting for a win at Bristol, one of NASCAR's most historic tracks. They're going to go for it. But Elliott, the lap car let Elliott by a tiny bit. Elliott also made a sharp turn. Either way, those two things helped. He got by the lap car, and Harvick, it did look like he got a little loose, but I think he seemed to be pretty mad that he drove it in and was that aggressive. So I think I don't think he wanted to run up into him that much, but I think he did run up into him. That eventually, actually, I don't have the Kevin Harvick subway car, but I at least have this car. we're getting the appropriate paint schemes here. But yeah, so cut his left front tire down. He had to make a pit stop. Came out 25th. He actually took a shot at Harvick for a second there, and I was hoping he would turn him. He didn't quite do that, but yeah. So then he held up Harvick and let Larson by, and then as I showed earlier, he took a shot at Larson. It didn't work, but yeah, he took a shot at him, and Larson went on to win. That was his 6th win of the season. But And then they had the discussion, and Harvick was mad, and Elliott was mad, and they were talking for a while, and they were making sure they weren't getting filmed, and then they eventually went into Chase Elliott's hauler. So respect to Elliott for letting Harvick in. But yeah, so that happened. They were mad, and not much to say there. And I think Harvick was being a little mad and a little too aggressive, but I can understand it. It's Bristol, but still, I feel like he should have been a little less mad, because you gotta think that if you're being aggressive, they're gonna be aggressive as well. And I don't know why he wasn't thinking that. And that was the cutoff race of the round of 16. So let me put the right paint back up. Yeah, these both are Watkins and Glen. By the way, that video's out. Check it out if you want. So, the Watkins Glen experience that I had. Check it out if you want. But, yeah. So then Las Vegas went by with nothing. I was worried when I saw Elliott and Harvick near each other, but nothing happened. Talladega. I doubt you're gonna be wanting to turn anyone on purpose there, because it could easily injure them. But the Charlotte Roval, he got to him, turned him, and Elliott had the right to be mad, and went back at him, and Harvick overdrove it. Now I'm going to play the interviews here, and Harvick, I think it's pretty clear that was intentional, and it was from Bristol, and to be honest, I think Chase Elliott's acting like the more established veteran in this case. Take a listen.
What happened down in turn one there? I just pushed it in there too hard, and I got the tire locked up, and I couldn't stop it. Once I felt like I needed to go to get a couple spots back that I'd lost, and I got the left front locked up, and I couldn't get it to turn.
And the incident with the 9 early in the race, was that retaliation for Bristol? Speaking of the 9, Chase Elliott?
You know, sometimes real life teaches you good lessons.
Are you guys even?
That's all for Kevin Harvick.
The final tally will show Chase Elliott finishing in the 12th position. That kind of wasn't the story of the day. What was going on out there between you and Harvick?
Oh, I'm not sure, but really proud of our team, and just proud to be moving. Our Napa team did a really, really good job of fixing this thing. I mean, it's destroyed. I think we finished, where we finished? 12th, so... yeah, I mean, our team has a lot of fight, and I'm just super proud of that. I mean, as far as Kevin goes, just want to wish them a merry off-season and a happy Christmas.
With that, I don't really think there's much else to say. So in terms of I'm gonna go off. Assuming it is over. If not, I'll make an update video. But assuming it is over, I'm gonna give the rivalry win to Chase Elliott. I think I'm gonna make this a series. But yeah, he beat out Harvick, and look where he's at now in the round of 8, competing for a championship. And for the first time ever, Kevin Harvick's out in the round of 12, and he has outlasted Kevin Harvick, because he is now eliminated. And that's gonna do it for this video. If you want to see more, leave a like and subscribe. Do all that stuff. See you in the next one.